You do not need canned openers and canned routines in order to flirt with a girl. You just need to understand that your imagination is so powerful that it can get you any girl that you desire. Neville Goddard, a very prominent spiritual leader of 20th century, said imagination creates reality. And I discovered this during COVID lockdown when I was not allowed to game anyone and I had to stay with myself. So I developed panic attacks and anxiety because I was my worst enemy. And then I had to face my fears. I had to turn inwards. I had to study spirituality about human consciousness. I discovered so many spiritual mentors from the East as well as from the West. And I realized that human mind and human imagination is so powerful that it can literally influence your external reality. So you do not need to focus on outer game stuffs. Forget about all these pickup artists. Just focus on making your imagination so strong that outer game is compelled to be expressed by your mouth. You will be compelled by your imagination to just exhibit the right kind of behaviors. You'll be compelled by your imagination to utter the right kind of words if you simply understand what I say in this video. Now, in order to make your imagination really powerful, you have to understand that you need to get into a receptive attitude of mind. And to do that, you need to guide your attention through your body parts one by one until your brain starts to create these slow, coherent alpha waves and theta brain waves. That's when your breathing rate slows down as well. When that happens, you know that your mind is now very suggestible to all sorts of information that you're about to implant upon it. This exercise, by the way, the guiding of your attention through your body part, is known as Yoga Nidra. Dr. Andrew Huberman calls Yoga Nidra as non-sleep deep rest protocol. Now, after you do Yoga Nidra, what you're going to do is you start to create an imaginal act in your mind where you are going up to a girl, or even better, girls are coming up to you. The girl of your dream is coming up to you and she is saying all sorts of wonderful things about you. Oh my God, you're so amazing. I am so lucky to be with you. Now you can hold hands with her, you can kiss her, you can touch her hair, you can do all sorts of wonderful things with her. You can flirt with her and you can see your flirting going really well in your imaginal act. You can see that the girl, her pupils are getting dilated by talking to you, by being in your presence. Visualize all these wonderful things happening to you and provide all the sensory vividness to your imaginal act. Meaning the things that you can see, the things that you can hear from that girl, the things that you can smell. Maybe you guys are drinking coffee together and smiling at each other. The things that you can touch, things that you can do. Visualize that you're super powerful, super attractive. Visualize that you're walking up to a mirror and you just see the most powerful, most attractive version of yourself. How are you going to breathe? How are you going to act? How are you going to walk now that you have become this upgraded version of yourself? Visualize all of these things in extreme detail. And what you're going to do next is just hold your attention on this imaginal act and mentally rehearse them over and over again. But this is difficult because your attention has a very monkey-like nature. It either goes to one past event, it starts to jump to another future anticipated worst-case scenario of your life. It goes here, it goes there. But if you discipline your attention and keep it on the scene where you're flirting with a girl, she is flirting back with you. You guys are kissing, you guys are holding hands, you guys are just in a beautiful union, and you mentally rehearse this scene over and over again, then your brain starts to believe that this event has actually happened to you. Your brain will start to create neural networks that reflect like all these wonderful things have happened to you. Now, through enough mental rehearsal, you're going to feel the equivalent emotions of joy, gratitude, empowerment, or thrill. These feelings are what is going to breathe life into your imaginal act. Neville Goddard did say imagination creates reality, but only if you are able to couple elevated emotions of joy, gratitude, empowerment, thrill with this imaginal scene. And the way to embody these elevated emotions is through mental rehearsal of this imaginal act and providing all the sensory vividness to it. Now, of course, you have to do this exercise every night before you go to bed at night. Because right now, you probably feel a little unworthy of girls. You probably feel a lot of terrible emotions. So it requires at least 2, 3, or 4 weeks in order to completely feel all these elevated emotions. The moment you start to feel these elevated emotions, every atom of your physical reality starts to respond to you in a different manner. So start doing this exercise every night. And the moment you start to land this imaginal act in the deep, deep portion of your subconscious mind, then it starts to affect the physical reality. The physical reality that you perceive through your five senses is nothing but an illusion. You think it is so real, it is so solid, but it is not. The universe is completely mental. This is the reason why yogis say universe is Maya. Maya means illusion. Because they knew that whenever they upgraded their state of mind through various meditative practices, their external reality changed. So you do not need to learn all these outer game stuffs about openers, about DHV stories, about NICs, about statement of intent. No, they do not matter. In fact, outer game is a manifestation of your inner game. If you have good inner game, right words will just find your mouth. You'll be actually be compelled to do everything correctly. That's the power of inner game. And I just gave you a tool to upgrade your inner game to next level. This is how you change your self-image. This is how you upgrade your inner game. This is how you use your imagination to create anything that you desire in your external reality. Now, if you want one-on-one personalized coaching from me, where I will hold your hand to success and help you build a solid inner game and a true spiritual confidence, then message me on my Gmail or my WhatsApp, which are linked in the description box down below and the pinned comment section down below. Subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.